This is a TA truck stop in Baltimore, Maryland, and I just came back from the port where I was loading these two John Deere farm tractors. So this time I got only two, so it was much easier. I did not have, because you know, of course you need to have ramps in here. They're very handy. Because last time I had three, and I think the biggest part of my work time was spent on figuring out how to move the front axle over here because it's too tall. But now I just have four chains on each tractor. See, I put them like this across. These are very small, but they're still over 10,000 pounds, so they qualify as heavy machinery. So you gotta use 4 separate chains and 4 separate binders. You know, don't get caught with one single chain in the back. I just saw a guy, I was driving behind a guy leaving the port, and he had just one chain through there, you know, through that towing mechanism. And driving behind him, I could see how his chains were going up and down. They were loose. Because this thing, you know, because of rubber, of the tires, right, it'll be moving. So it's much better idea to use axles for this, right? So 4 chains on the front. I think the front was supposed to be bigger, but they look the same to me. All right, so I did the same thing here. But then I ran out of long chains. Oh, and also, you know, when you got a trailer like this, you see, it says 5,000 pounds only. Like this plate over the top of the wheel can only do 5,000 pounds, which should be okay, but I still like to move the machine. So when I was driving on from the dock, I made sure that the big tire was between these plates. But of course, you know, if you're a company driver, you shouldn't be too much concerned. But if you don't check it, then you know you see all these older trailers with holes in here. I mean, not holes, but dips. And then here I ran out of the chain, of the long chain, so I had to be creative and just hook up the binder directly to the chain and then to this tie down here. By the way, these are real handy. I don't use them. Wow, that guy makes lots of noise. It's a pretty busy truck stop here. Oh, nice looking Pete. Oh, this guy has New Holland tractors. But anyway, what I was saying is that, yeah, these are very handy. So that's why, you know, when I was speccing the trailer, I made sure that I got as many tie downs as possible. So you see, I got these D-rings. So it's always a good idea to have maximum amount of tie downs, because you never know when they can come in handy. And it took me a while to remember how to drive these monsters, but you know, now it was already easy, right? So it took me probably I don't know, like half an hour to find them, because there's like a row after row of these machines, and when you check in, when you register and you show the paperwork to the guy in the office, you just go there, you'll find them somewhere near the dock, and there's a portable dock on the ground, and just back to the dock, and then you start looking for your machine. And of course the worst thing you can do is just load the wrong machine with the wrong serial number, and once you're done, you just stop again on your way out of the port. Oh, you see, this one has a sloped gooseneck, and it's a Wilson with ultra low. That's what I had before, but only mine was 48 foot, but I mean small tires. Check out his toolbox. It's I don't know if you guys can see it, but the toolbox is falling apart, and he has ramps on the back. But few people run ramps, because you see those ramps in the back and that slope in the front, they steal space from your main deck. But looks like this guy, he put the biggest tractor on the front. I don't know. I don't think that's such a good idea, because that puts too much pressure on his fifth wheel and his front axle can be overloaded. But that's a classic truck with very long wheelbase. Like, I know for sure on my truck, if I did that, my front axle would be overloaded. I think like upper deck can only take, I don't know, like 5,000 pounds. After that, it's too much weight on the front. But anyway, what I was saying is that if you remember my last video, I loaded a wrong tractor in the back when I was picking up 3 of them, and the guy discovered this when I stopped for a final check at the exit, and he says, "Oh, you got a wrong serial number." So this time I checked them like 5 times each, and loaded, secured, chained, and then a cute girl came out with me to check them, signed, boom. Have a good day. So that's it. So now I'm at this. I spent the night here because the port is just like a couple of miles away from here, from this TA. That's why you see so much machinery in here. All basically farm tractors, excavators, you know, everything that comes by sea. And there's a Western Star pulling out over there. So that's the way I have to go. Oh, but over here the problem is that you gotta pay for parking. So if you don't want to pay for beyond 2 hours, like right now I came back just to check my load and have some quick brunch, and now I gotta go north, basically towards Syracuse on 81, and I'm delivering in eastern part of Ontario, not too far from Montreal. But these guys charge after 2 hours unless you spend 20 bucks inside in the restaurant. And I did that yesterday. Or you buy fuel, I think 50 gallons. And you see that's 95 over there, I-95. That's where I'll be going to. And these guys that's the ramp from I-95 towards the truck stop. Yeah, lots of step decks here. I mean, this is a interesting place just to watch trucks. But there's a big sign. See what it's over there? The building, it says TA Motel, TA Travel Center. That's where the restaurant is and the grocery store is. And right there at the exit, there's a sign that says CDL holders only past this point. And of course, CDL is commercial driver's license, so we don't want any public in here. So if you're thinking of coming in and taking pictures of trucks, just driving around in your Mazda or Nissan or Honda Civic, this is not gonna happen, because it says trespassers will be prosecuted. So here's a guy who has JCB Zoom Boom. It's probably pretty light. I know I can put this even on my step deck. But I saw a guy this morning. He had 2 of those, and they're pretty long. And he had 2 of those on a step, and he had to put the front axle on the upper deck. This guy is running an S-Pen 2-axle lowboy, probably just a 35-ton, and it's a mechanical detach. Oh boy. Alright, time to go. So from here it's only 400 miles or 450 miles, so I'm gonna be delivering tomorrow, but then I have to go back home and do a quick medical, because my Ontario medical expires in about a week. So if I don't do that medical, they send me a nice letter, very polite, but just basically saying that if you do not send us the results of your medical by April 14th, your license class will be downgraded from AZ to G. And G means that I can only drive a 5-ton truck with a very light trailer. I won't be able to drive this truck and this trailer unless I'm bobtailing, so not good. Stay tuned, thanks for watching.